Today we're seeing what would happen if every team made it into the NFL playoffs. Here's what our playoff bracket looks like. We have a lot of games to go through, so let's just go ahead and speed through this first round. First off, we have the Denver Broncos versus the 16th-seeded Tennessee Titans. By the way, I don't understand how the Raiders got the #1 pick. The Tennessee Titans are the 16th seed in the AFC on ESPN, but we're going by the ESPN standing. Obviously, I'm pulling for the Titans here. I mean, who wants to see the #1 seed go all the way to the Super Bowl? We need some chaos in this tournament. We might have it in this game. The Titans are winning 13-7. The Broncos do go down and make a field goal, get the ball back. They need a field goal here to at least tie it up. They do make it. We're going into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Please, Tennessee, end up pulling this off, but they do not. The Broncos score a touchdown and end up winning this game 19-3. But that was a lot closer than we probably thought it was going to be. Our next game is going to be a lot more even of a matchup. It is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Indianapolis Colts. And this game is really close. The Ravens are winning by 1 point, and they do win this game of 7-6. We have an AFC North Division rivalry and the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And obviously, we're thinking the Steelers are going to win, but I don't know. The Browns pulled off an upset not too long ago against them. It looks like they might pull it off again because they're winning this game of 17-0, and they do hold the Steelers to 0 points and end up winning this game. Mike Tomlin was literally just fired right before I started recording this video. Obviously, it's a couple days now since I uploaded, but oh my god, that was a huge upset, and honestly, they might fire Mike Tomlin in the game as well. We have a playoff rematch just from last year in the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Late inside the fourth quarter, the Texans are up 10-7 and end up running this clock out, so the Chiefs are first round exits in this tournament as well. New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. I know a divisional game could really go either way, but if the Patriots lose here, that's just straight up embarrassing. And it looks like they have a good chance of losing because they are down 21-0. They're down to score a touchdown, but I think it's a little too late. And that is game. The Jets just blow the Patriots out 21-7. Not only did the New York Jets win a game, they win a playoff game and move on to the next round. The Patriots and Drake May are out in the first round. I think this next one's going to be a very good game. It's the Chargers and Dolphins. After the 2-minute warning, the Dolphins are winning by 2 touchdowns, and they win this game at 14-0. The Chargers didn't score a single point. That's pretty much how they went out in real life as well. It should be an easy game, but honestly, I guess anything could happen. In the fourth quarter, the Jags are winning 13-0. The Raiders go down and get a touchdown, though, and now they're only down by 6 points, but the Jags score again, so that should be game, and yes, it is. Jaguars end up getting this win and moving on to the second round. Our last first-round game on the AFC side is going to be very interesting. We have the Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, they both have really good quarterbacks, the best in the NFL. Obviously, they both have playoff history against each other, too. But the Bills are starting to pull away a lot, leading 21-3. They end up winning this game of 28-10. So Joe Burrow and the Bengals are first-round exits, while Josh Allen continues his destiny to win his first ever Super Bowl ring. Expecting our first NFC playoff game to be a blowout because it was the Seahawks versus the Cardinals, but actually entering the fourth quarter, the Cardinals are winning here by 1 point to 9. Have the ball, driving down, get a field goal. The Seahawks don't have much time left, and they cannot score. So the Cardinals end up beating the #1 seed Seattle Seahawks, sending them home in the first round. I said I wanted chaos in this tournament, and we just got it right there. We have the Lions and Vikings, and the Lions are blowing the Vikings out right now, 24-0, and that's the final score as well. And we have another divisional game in my Carolina Panthers versus their division rival in New Orleans Saints. We got swept to them this year, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. At the 2-minute warning, we are up, but only by 3 points, and the Saints have the ball, go down and get a field goal. We're heading into overtime. Please, Panthers, pull this off, and they do not. The Saints end up beating us again, 24-17. I can only take this so many times. Our Panthers are first round exit. Now we have the Rams and Cowboys. This should be a very good game as well because we got a lot of stars on each of these teams. Surprisingly, it's a very low and close scoring game. The Dallas Cowboys are winning by 4. Rams are driving down but don't have a lot of time left. We end up getting a last second touchdown, and they end up winning this game 10-7. Usually I would have hopped into the end of the game there and see what would have happened, but with so many games, I'm just going to go like speed run through this first round. And then later rounds, if we have some good games, we'll hop into them, obviously. We have the Bears versus Giants, and this is a lot closer game than I expected, but the Bears do take care of business, winning 14-3. Buccaneers and Packers should be a close game because both of them are evenly matched, but actually the Packers are blowing them out 21-0 and do win the game 21-7, moving on to the second round. That means the Bears and the Packers are going to be matched up in the second round. That is going to be an amazing game to watch. Obviously, those two teams hate each other right now. Next, we have another division rival with the Eagles and Commanders, and this is a very close game as well. The Commanders score a last-minute touchdown, end up winning this game 10-6. The Eagles are first-round exits in this simulation as well. And then our very last game of this first round is going to be the Atlanta Falcons at the 49ers. The Falcons are actually winning this game by 7 points, but the 49ers go down and get a touchdown, up by 1 now, and then they run the clock out, and the 49ers do end up winning it 14-13. They kind of scared me a little bit. I thought they were going to choke in the first round, but they ended up moving on to the second. And with with that, we have our second round set. Now, we do have some very interesting things. The Bears versus Packers, the Dolphins versus Jets, obviously another divisional game. But we also have to see how far our lower seeds, our Cinderella stories, will make it in the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. First game of the second round is going to be the number 1 seeded Broncos versus the Ravens. I'm hoping the Ravens will win because, like I said, I don't want the number 1 seed just going all the way to the Super Bowl. That's kind of boring. Looks like that actually might happen because the Broncos are winning 21-7 and do end up winning this game, but 21-15. Texans and Browns are up next, and this is a lot closer of a game. The Browns are actually winning here 14-10. Go down and score a field goal. The Texans have to get a touchdown right here, and they cannot. The Browns win in the second round as well. It's legit going to be 8 teams left, and the Cleveland Browns, with Shadur Sanders is going to be one of them, is absolutely crazy to me. See if our other Cinderella story can keep on going as well with the New York Jets playing the Miami Dolphins. Inside the fourth quarter, the Jets are winning 13-0. The Dolphins do go down and don't score a touchdown or anything though, so that's going to be game. The Jets win another one, 13-0. I don't know if Madden heard me saying I want chaos, but they are giving us absolute chaos right now. Our next game is very interesting as well. It's the Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills, the team that literally just played last Sunday. Well, it's probably going to be like a couple weeks ago since y'all guys are actually seeing this, but you know what I mean. Jaguars are actually winning this game, entering the fourth quarter, but only by 7 points though. They go down to get a field goal, but so do the Bills. It's still a 7-point game with 2 minutes left, but the Jags score again. The Jaguars actually win this game, so it's reverse of what happened in real life. Josh Allen's once again not going to win the Super Bowl, but the Jags move on, and maybe Trevor Lawrence can win his first. The Arizona Cardinals easily had the biggest upset in the first round. Let's see if they can do it again versus the Detroit Lions this time. The Lions are winning 14-3. Cardinals, please start scoring. I want to see y'all like go all the way. Would be incredible. They do go down and score a touchdown, only down by 2, but the Lions score again. That's probably going to be it, and yes, it is. The Lions end up winning 17-12. So the Cardinals had an amazing first round game. The Cinderella story comes to an end to the Detroit Lions. Expecting the Rams to absolutely handle the Saints, but entering the fourth quarter, they're only up by 3 points. The Saints have the ball, driving downfield, and end up scoring a field goal. So it's a tied game here with a minute left. We have to hop in this game and see what happens. Rams had the ball with a minute left and 3 timeouts, but they're just letting the clock run down all the way to about 45 seconds now with the MVP Matthew Stafford. I would try to be going downfield and score a touchdown. Only 4 seconds left in regular time, and they throw it downfield. It's caught by Puka Nacua, but time runs out. You're going to overtime now. I do not understand that whatsoever. The Rams end up scoring a touchdown, and the Saints do not end up scoring anything, so the Rams are moving on. Now we can get to our best game of the second round, probably the best game we had so far. Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers, NFC North Division rivals. You know the whole handshake thing. They just got eliminated in the playoffs. The whole thing about beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. Let's see if he can beat him 3 times a year now. A very close game. The Bears are winning, but only throw 3 points. The Packers have the ball and go down and end up scoring a field goal. It is a tie game with only a minute left in the fourth quarter. The Bears have the ball, just running straight in the middle. I guess they're content to go in with overtime. I don't know why the teams are just trying to go to overtime. Well, you have the ball. Why not just go down and try to score it? Arden 5, 45 seconds left. Caleb Williams is passing now, throws it deep downfield, and it is caught to the 35-yard line. They're in field goal range now with 40 seconds left. It looks like the Bears are going to win this game if they end up making the field goal. We've seen plenty of times before where our teams just choke it, and DeAndre Swift gets to the 15. If they miss this, their kicker deserves to get cut and never play a game again. It should be an easy chip shot field goal, but we've seen crazier things. The kick is up, and it is good. The Bears win by game-winning field goal and move on to the next round. Our last game in the second round is going to be the Commanders and Niners. I'm kind of expecting the Niners to run away with it. Every time I say that, it's a close game. Entering the fourth quarter, close game once again. The 49ers are up, but only by 4 points. They have the ball going downfield, end up getting a field goal, and then getting the ball back and run the clock out, and do end up winning this game. It was a lot closer than I expected, 17-10. With that, we have our final 18. Here's who it is. See if the Browns and Jets can continue their Cinderella story. While the Lions and Rams face off, obviously, with that trade, that is a huge matchup as well. There's the 49ers, both teams that are still in the playoffs, so we got some really good matchups in this round as well. And our first game we're going to hop into is the Broncos and Browns. Now, the Broncos are kind of pulling away a little bit, winning 24-7. We've seen the Browns pull some upsets off, so maybe they can have a great comeback as well. They do score some points, and it's only a 7-point game now. Can they get the ball back? They can, but it's a 10-point game now, so that's probably going to be it. And yes, it is. The number 1 seeded Denver Broncos going to the Final 14. It would have been crazy to see the Browns make it all the way to the AFC Championship game, but still, still, it was a fun run for them, and the Denver Broncos move on to the AFC Championship game. But you know what? It's okay. We can still have a very low seed that keeps on going to playoffs with our next matchup in the New York Jets versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Entering the fourth quarter, the Jags are up by 14, end up scoring another one. The Jets' amazing story comes to an end as well. The Jags win 20-3. The AFC Championship game is going to be Jaguars and Broncos, and obviously they play later in the regular season as well, and the Jags won, so this is going to be a great matchup when we get to it. Now we're heading back over to the NFC side. The Lions and Rams is our first matchup over there, and the Rams are actually winning in the fourth quarter, 14-10. The Lions go down, but don't score any points. Can the Rams run out the clock to end up winning this game? And yes, they can, and end up winning 14-10. Now we got to see what team they'll be playing between the 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The Niners are kind of pulling away, up by 14, and then go down and score another touchdown as well. Looks like the Bears can't do anything on offense, so the 49ers end up winning this one just like they did in the regular season and move on to the Final Four. But here is our Final Four teams. Honestly, I really don't care who wins it, as long as it's not the Denver Broncos. I promise, I don't hate the Broncos. It's just that the number 1 seed win the Super Bowl is too obvious. I want something else to happen. Please, Jaguars, you're the only one that can save us from a Denver Broncos Super Bowl, and they're actually winning pretty big here. And then the Broncos do go down, score a touchdown, but the Jaguars score one right back, up by 10 points, and they do end up winning this one 24-14. And the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence is headed to his first Super Bowl ever. And then to decide who they'll play in the big game, we have to have another divisional rivalry game. It is the 49ers versus the LA Rams. It is a very close game entering the fourth quarter. The Rams are only up by 7.7-0. Can the 49ers score it at all? The Rams score 3 more points. The 49ers finally score a touchdown. It is way too late, and the LA Rams end up winning the NFC Championship game and moving on to the Super Bowl. Actually, guys, this is exactly what I predicted the Super Bowl would be like in real life, the Jaguars and Rams. I just thought that Trevor Lawrence was playing amazing football right now, but obviously Josh Allen just like put the cape on his back and end up winning that game. The Rams start off the scoring with a field goal in the first quarter. The Jaguars go down and get a touchdown, 7-3 right now. That's the same score that we have at halftime. They do actually end up scoring not once but twice. They're actually winning by 1 point now. The Jags go down and score again. This is a very close game, very back and forth. At the 2-minute warning, the Jags are winning by 5 points, have the ball, driving downfield, and end up running the clock out. So the Jacksonville Jaguars win their first ever Super Bowl. I'm so glad that they end up winning the Super Bowl. I wish some of the games were a little bit closer so we could have hopped in more. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I still really hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.